I greet you guys to this episode of the podcast. We're here in the beautiful Wallis, Zermatt in Switzerland, the south side of Switzerland. We have the popular Matterhorn in the back. Unfortunately, you can't see it that well because of the fog. But the topic I want to talk about today is get out of your comfort zone regularly, on a regular basis. If you really want to grow as a person, if you really want to reach your goals and build up success, have success in your life, then you have to get out of your comfort zone on a regular basis. That is so important because our comfort zone is a circle where we like to stay in and we like to stay there, and because we know our environment there, we know maybe the friends that we have there, or the food that we regularly eat, that we like, the places that we like to stay, maybe our room or with our family or specific friends. But if you really want to grow in your life, you have to try new things, as I'm doing it here right now. I've never been in such a difficult situation as I was today. I've challenged myself to do something I've never did before. And I haven't the experience that would be needed to do that. But through that I don't prepare everything and just try to figure out where the way continues, where I can move further. This is the way to improve. This is the way to develop new habits, to develop new abilities you've maybe never thought you have. What I have learned in the recent time is that our body is capable of so much more than we think about it. I wouldn't have thought that I could hike for over 6 hours through the night with fear in my back, when it's cold, when it's wet, when it's dark, when I have to climb, but also when I have to get myself into risky situations. And I would have never thought about that. But if you can imagine it in your brain, if you can visualize it in your mind, and really believe that you can, then you will be able to do it. That is something maybe you've never heard, but it is like I've told you right now. So I want to challenge you in this way to ask yourself, or I specifically like it when you can write down something, like I've already talked about. Self-reflection is something very important in my opinion. So ask yourself or write it down. Do I put myself in uncomfortable situations on a regular basis? Do I challenge myself? Maybe not every day, but just regularly. When you see an opportunity you've never experienced before, do you then just fight or flight? Or maybe do you just stay in, lock in, get your mind right, try it to overcome it? Do you then just give up? Especially in the young ages. So when I'm now talking to the younger audience, maybe same age as me, a bit older, a bit younger, it is so important to do that in the early ages, because through that you can learn so many things. When you just put yourself out there, get uncomfortable, fail big, and learn through that. When you always stay in your comfort zone, it is not possible to to make any advantage, to get any further. When you just stay where you are and don't challenge yourself with goals related to sports, to school, to the job, or maybe you as an entrepreneur. If you don't do that, you just stay at the same place for so many years. And if you did that the recent years, I just want to encourage you, it's not too late. You can do that from every starting point you're at. It is not important how long you've stayed in your comfort zone, but it's important to take these steps now. Because like I've said, otherwise you can't make any steps further. This is what I wanted to share with you guys. If you have any kind of questions, leave it down below in the comments. Write down other topics I could talk about if you're interested in. And then I wish you a pleasant day. Be blessed in the name of Jesus Christ. And goodbye.